other viewers. There we go. Now it says 0. That's usual for me. All right. Hello, one and all. There's nothing on the screen right now besides the face cam. That's normal, because I haven't started the game yet. I have not launched it yet. Okay, let me go on ahead and finish stuff over here on my end, and then we'll get into it. I got Sage to level 80. I'm happy. Yeah. Right here. Sage 80. I can finish up the healer role quests. Alright. Let's rearrange some windows on my end. Readjust volume. There we go. All right. Unfortunately, if I want to get the level 80 ability, I do have to finish the Sage quest line. But that's going to be a separate video, which will happen in between Dawn Trail's launch and when I go back to Final Fantasy XIV streams in September. All right. Double check everything on my end. Oh yeah, let me check my bot. Are you awake, Nightbot? There it is. Well, there it is. Give it a few minutes. I see it. There it is. Perfect. All right. Nightbot is working. I think I've got everything set up. Let's go on ahead and finish up the quests. Oh, and I get 3 different materias. Cool. I'm totally gonna be not using them. Oh, hello there, Throat. Lally ho! What? I mean, lally ho! Oh, and a lally ho to you! I'm impressed. You knowing to give me a lally ho just now shows that you've really picked up on the finer points of dwarven culture. That really helped, thanks. I was so busy dwelling on that business with Lamed, I almost forgot the news I had for you about Suffersign. You remember that Sin Eater I killed in the Blight Warrens? Well, while you were gone, Suffersign showed up to revive it. Seeing that convinced me. I mean, you remember how I was wondering why Suffersign don't revive every Sin Eater we take down, right? Well, we learned from your vision that the dwarves that Lamed cured of Stoneblight went into exile of their own volition. As you can see, the village was spared the worst of the flood, but the folks that left, well, probably weren't, which means... Suffersign is healing the same people Lamed did. Right! It's the only thing that makes sense. Those poor souls couldn't go back to the village, so they got caught in the flood. They became Sin Eaters, and Suffersign is still saving them, even now. And that gave me an idea. As we figured it before, Suffersign ain't alive, but Lamed wanted so badly to heal those dwarves that it's still following suit. Like a reflex its body can't forget. The last time Lamed saw those folks she healed, they were helmless, leaving their home for the last time. She probably never forgot the sight of them, and so Suffersign goes around healing helmless dwarves to this day. You see the solution, right? Helms! Incredible! That's the stupidest thing I've heard! So simple, it's brilliant. Isn't it just? Not as brilliant as my beard, maybe, but few things are. Now, whether clamping a helm onto Safrastein will keep it from healing itself, I can't say. It'll depend on whether the thing sees itself as just another helmless dwarf. It don't seem to have much in the way of self-awareness, so I think it's worth a shot. Fortunately, we won't need to wait to find out. It came around not too long before you did. So if we kill the right sort of sin eaters, it should still be close enough to notice. Let's get to it. A plan so stupid, it just might work. All right. We have a plan. Very stupid one, but one that is actually probably gonna freaking work. Oh, right. Let me do this to myself. And these ones are level 80, so I'm probably going to be struggling a little bit. Get rid of that one. Yes. Alright, we've got more that has to be taken out over here. Fair enough. I have an idea where I'm going to be ending off today. Because I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to finish off the MSQ tonight. That will happen next stream, which will be tomorrow. I have every intention of finishing things up within the next 2 days. Do that. There we go. Doing everything I can to not take damage. Nice. There we go. Give ourselves one more stack. Dead. Perfect. Alright, well, that should be enough Sin Eaters. Let's see if this'll work. Let's see if this'll work. Ah. Alright, this is it then. Right, so we've got our eaters, we've got our helms. And now we wait. Once Safrastein shows up, we'll test out a helm on the bait first. That'll also save us from having to kill it over and over. Alright. Wait, not this one. This feels familiar. Aha! At last! A bit less toppling over on your part this time, if you please. Okay.
Slay Sufferson once and for all.
Wait for it to be distracted with healing the other one, then we strike.
Sleep resistance? What?
Now charge!
Oh, God.
As I said, we'll try this on the Lesser Eater first. I'll give it a bit of a pummeling, then you put it to sleep with repose.
Oh, okay. I'm putting you on the bar then. Alright, once its sleep resist wears off, I'm putting it to sleep. Nice. I think once it gets below... There it is! Alright, go to sleep.
Alright, let's get that ugly mug of yours covered up.
Okay. That actually looks pretty funny. Be helmed. Helm is crammed awkwardly into a dwarven helmet, granting resistance to sleep.
Looks like it worked. It's not reviving the thing. Now we, uh-oh. Lucky for us, I brought extra helms in case of an emergency.
Alright, same thing as last time. Keep pummeling on it, until it loses its resistance, and then, put it to sleep. Alright, Giot, that one's ready. Oh my god, Giot's an actual warrior that used Fell Cleave and everything. There we are. Healed up a little bit. Boop.
Alright, now we can... Oh, Wicked White, that's annoying! Wow, even more. Are these ones maybe trying to protect it? Does some part of them remember? Well, no time to ponder now. Helms away!
There we go. Alright. Here we are. Going ahead and pop a helm on that one. Perfect. Alright, let's get you healed up a little bit. Boop. There we are. I really hope you have another helm, because we'll need it for Software Sign. There we are. That should give us enough. Oh, okay. I'm not supposed to do it with her.
Perfect! Now... Hold still! Ah!
Oh. Giat, I got you. Hold still.
Oof, thanks. The Helm got it even worse than I did just then, and that was our last one.
Well, technically second to last one.
I hate to say it, but this ain't going as well as I hoped. If we had even one more Helm, I could try again, but... Wait, we do have one more Helm.
I see.
Just the one!
There we go. That's right, Giat's a girl.
Well, this looks like it's time to take this eater down once and for all, together.
All right, it ain't gonna get back up anymore. Now it's just us. And now it has health like it's actually a boss. Dwarven Helmet is preventing the use of certain restorative actions. Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, Lemon was a big damn hero. No surprise that he knows a few dangerous tricks.
Let's get that healed up. All right, I can take this off there. Wait, what? Oh, great. We gotta take these things out. Oh, okay. I'll just stay in the middle then. Well, it's later it has one in the middle for the next. Cool. Getting to know each other that much better. This is going well so far. There we go. I've got damage on lockdown.
Woo! I did it! Take that, you pasty bastard! What's that you've got there, throat? Some kind of crystal? Tradition wouldn't have saved her. That's why I left.
Oh, it's Lamet's spirit. Pre-recorded, I guess.
I left and I traveled. I met Artbert. We found our companions. And together we searched. Are you her? Lamet? Listen, I called you a disgrace before and... My journey was not an easy one. To save my sister, to save them all, I faced 1,000 foes. I know, I understand now, and I'm so... But as I did, I learned how wide this world is, how beautiful, how cruel, and how much I wanted to protect it. Perhaps it should have been easy for me then, to give up my home forever, for a greater cause. It wasn't. It hurt so much. But you bore it! You forgave them! You survived! Yes, it hurt, but I survived. Because they were there. Because he was there. Arbert, you stubborn idiot! You sweet boy! You never did understand what you meant to me. Rest well, Lamet. You are the best of us.
And that is why I wanted to do the healer role quest. Because that cutscene is so damn touching.
We did it! I can hardly believe it! This calls for a drink at the Crystarium, don't you think? If that silences you wondering if I want to go home, well, I can't. I showed my face to you, didn't I? Broke our rules. So I'm thinking I'll give Lamet's way a try. Live proud as an exile, just like all the other folks that she saved. Oh, don't make that face. It's nothing that little A won't solve.
Well, at least she's taking it in stride.
Alright.
Oh, hi. I have... Okay. Back to what I was doing.
Ah, that's the stuff. Can I help you? You're staring. Really staring. Do you know you're doing that?
I'm glad you're here, helm or no.
It looks like you finally figured out how to tell a joke. Now's the part where I stare all misty-eyed into the distance, right? Anyway, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. Firstly, well, you've been following along with my crazy plans this whole time, but I never really said how much I appreciate your help with Safrasign and Lamet. Thank you. And I think you deserve to know something else too. You know the elder who exiled Lamet? That was my great-grandfather. He's remembered as the greatest warrior of our kind. I always wanted to be just like him, to be strong, honorable, protect our traditions. But Lamet, she saved so many people from their suffering. Us dwarves might not even be here today if she hadn't cured Stoneblight. He took away her home, forever. It's hard to see that as anything other than cruel. Tradition is important, but it's not the only important thing. Kindness, empathy, love. This world and the living, breathing people in it, they matter more. That's what I learned from all the folks I shared links with. From Lamet, and from you. And I intend to keep learning, here in this city, with my face plain for all to see and my head held high. So you know where to find me next time you want to share a drink. I know our job is done, but you'll always have a place at my side, you hear?
That is the best one, in my opinion. Speaker for the Honorable. Alright. We now have our requirement to finish the MSQ done. Now, let's go on ahead and find out where to accept the next quest. Okay. Back at the penance. But yeah, that's really the main reason I wanted to do the healer role quest. Because it's the best one out of the 4, in my opinion. And plus, you find out that Lamet had a crush on Ardbert.
Oh, sir, you're awake. As you were injured during the foray, foray on Mount Gulg, yes? I was here at my station, as always, when they carried you on in on a makeshift stretcher, looking disturbingly bereft of vigor. And compound to my worry, the sky has, well, I'm sure you've seen. It has everyone rather concerned, to say the least. Seeing you up and about is the first good news we've had in a while. Assuming you feel strong enough, would you mayhap consider a stroll around the city to reassure our anxious citizens? Baragi was one of those who helped convey you to your chambers, and he has visited several times since to inquire about your condition.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll assure him that I'm doing just fine, TM. Yes, I'm totally not a light bulb that's about to burst at any moment. And the only thing that's keeping me held together is Reen's treatment.
Well, look who's back from the dead. Aye, it was a grim sight. Your companions looked fair ready to drop when they brought you in, so I offered a helping hand. Couldn't better see them struggle, so... And you, my friend. I feared you had one foot in the grave. Cold and lifeless you were, like a corpse that was somehow still breathing.
Yeah, not too far from the truth.
They told me some evil bastard went and snatched our poor Exarch away in the midst of the chaos. Wicked white, what is this world coming to? But moaning never solved a thing, did it? Nay, it's times like these that we Crystarium folks stand tall and do what needs to be done. Trade with Yulmore is back on the table. We'd best make use of those resources to fortify the city against the Eaters, or whatever misery the fates deem to throw at us next. Speaking of misery, Chesamil was worried sick about you. A healer wringing her hands is not a sight you ever wish to see, let me tell you.
I guess I need to, reassure everyone that I've talked to. Might be quicker if I just do that. Might have been. I don't know. I think it would have been 50-50.
Oh, sweetie, you're alive. No one's been allowed to see you. Even Spagrick's doctors were forbidden from making visits. Breen was kind enough to tell me you were showing symptoms similar to Eater corruption, so I suppose there was little any of us could have done for you in any case. As for your companions, they've been rushing hither and yon seeking a cure for your condition. I worry to see their faces grown ever more haggard every time they pass through the Crystarium. I shall let them know you're awake, and when they come to see you, sweetie, please do convince them to rest a bit. They won't be helping anyone if they all collapse from exhaustion. But on our own, Morin has been a little better, I'm afraid. He hasn't left the cabinet, too busy with the nose buried in one dusty tome or another.
Probably beating back, Geod from entering the library, lest she, spills more ale on the books. go.
Confound it, that says the same thing as the last. Maybe I should approach the problem from a different perspective. Throat! Is it truly you and not some figment of my imagination?
No, I don't exist.
Oh, but this is wonderful. 'Twould seem our prayers have been answered. Feeling otherwise helpless, I've been scouring our shelves for the wisdom to explain this most worrisome conundrum. Why, with all the light wards defeated, has the light returned to obscure the sky? I must have pored over 100 tomes, but no definitive conclusion seems forthcoming. So many questions I would pose to the Exarch, and thus do I feel his absence all the more keenly. Now that you're awake, however, I'm hopeful that the search for our stolen steward might begin in earnest. Catelys, meanwhile, leads the crystalline mean in preparations for battle, though against what foe we are as yet uncertain. Why not pay her a visit? I expect seeing you upright would be a much welcome relief.
Yeah, the more people that see me alive and just walking about instead of a very, very pale corpse, like, you know, as pale as a light warden or something. I gotta go down. Can I go down this way? Yes, I can. Cool.
Throat, alive and well, I see. You gave us all a proper fright, you know that? Not a day's gone by that I haven't heard folk worrying about what's come of you or the Exarch.
How long was I out?
Anyway, I'm glad you've recovered enough to stand. You're not planning on striking out straight away, though, are you? I was hoping to have a better look at your equipment. If we'd been able to provide you with better weapons or sturdier helms, then maybe you would have won the day and the Exarch would still be here. As such, we're keeping busy consulting each other on new forging techniques and designs and the like. If you could stand still for a moment, I'd like to assess the gear we're trying to improve.
Wait, what? Is this how I get my level 80 armor?
Aye, well, that's some fine work, I must admit. It would be impossible to make something better, but we'd need to experiment with different patterns and materials, and I'm not sure we have that kind of time.
That sounds like a challenge that he would enjoy.
Greetings, Gillinard. The Master of the Stairs is running his own errands now, is he?
Aye, well, my servers are distraught enough as is. I didn't want to crack the whip too hard. But never mind that. I'm thinking our absent genius and his epiphanies are the perfect answer to this predicament of yours.
And by genius you mean old Grenbolt? He is a man of unrivaled gifts, I won't argue with you there. What good does this talent do if we can't bloody find him? No one's seen hide nor hair of Grenold since he was wandered off some years ago. You know what he's like once he latches onto an idea? He's probably cloistered himself in some forgotten cave, completely absorbed in his latest creation. Wouldn't even know where to start looking.
That does make things difficult. Still, if that eccentric is someone you destined to meet, I'll wager he'll show up soon enough. In my time at the bar, many's the tale I've heard of told of strangely fated encounters, even if a few of them might be stretching the truth just a bit.
We'll keep our noses to the grindstone for the time being, but on the off chance you do encounter Grenold, you'd be wise to take advantage of his brilliance rather than wait on our slow and steady progress. This is all talk for when you're fully recovered, of course. I'll let you get back to convalescing, eh?
But before you do that, you're actually the reason I came over here in the first place. I don't suggest partaking of my stock until you're properly well, but if you're passing near the stairs, then I have a regular who's eager to see you.
Oh? I'd like to see this person, then.
I'd best be getting back. Just because the world's coming apart at the seams doesn't mean we have to follow suit now, does it?
Hear, hear. We can't forget a heart upon which the city was founded, or the Exarch might not have much of a home to come to return to.
Perot, are you alright? I think a return to your sickbed might be in order. Ah, or you might consider resting while atop the watchtower next to the rookery. This damnable sky doesn't make for the most soothing scenery, but the Exarch often liked to stand there and feel the wind upon his face.
Oh, okay. Take a moment to feel the wind in your face. Ah, over there. Whee!
The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. They've not lost the will to fight. I can imagine how torn you must feel, looking at that sky. Knowing what it means to everyone. And that you're responsible.
It's all such a mess.
Aye. An all too familiar one. Here you stand alone, expecting no one else to bear the burden for you. You're in a corner, and there doesn't seem to be any obvious way out. But that doesn't mean it's over. However hopeless it seems, you haven't lost yet. I remember looking up at the sky like this before. Being caught up in a strange kind of calm. It was after we realized we were responsible for the flood. When we resolved to journey to the source by taking our own lives. One last sacrifice. One last fight. One last failure. And then the Oracle appeared and, well, you know the rest. There were times in the years and decades that followed when I wondered if we might not have been better off just letting the rejoining happen. That we'd made one last mistake. But seeing that giant Talos stir to life cured me of any doubts I still had. Always we took the burden of fighting upon ourselves. That's what heroes do, isn't it? So we never had the chance to see anything like that. Our people coming together as one. To think that their hope still burned so bright. That they were still so eager to live, they would lift up their fellows, one on top of the other, till they reached the sky. No. We made the right decision. And I can finally feel proud of the part we played in helping this world survive.
Yeah, oddly enough, joining with the Asians to come to our world was the best thing he could have done. You holding a drink?
Come on, then.
Oh, I see. Boom.
As I thought. What happened between us was no coincidence. My story may be finished, but the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. I suspected as much the moment I realized you could hear me.
So this
But
is...
it's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood.
Yeah, this is what
I was
Minfilia
afraid
meant.
to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. But no longer. After all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. For what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. So, let us be about it, hero.
Oh, I was worried you were up here all alone, brooding and fretting and wallowing in your woes. But look at you, grinning at nothing like a pollen-drunk pixie.
Right, they can't... The pixies can't see Artbird either.
Look at what you've done to your ether. It's a mess. And you have cracks running all through that pretty soul of yours.
Nice to see you too, Fiol.
My poor little sapling. Whatever am I to do with you? Shall I yield up my throne? You could claim it, cut ties with the mortal world, hide away in the castle. It won't fix the problem, but would it really matter? If any pesky heroes come calling with steel and magic, all of Il Meg will rise up in your defense. My crown and scepter are yours, if you want them.
It's a tempting offer, but I think I'm gonna have to decline.
What? Don't give me that look. Of course I knew before I asked that you'd never ever heed such a wicked suggestion. And besides, what would become of my precious and ephemeral flower? Oh, my dear beloved sapling. You are lost, confused, and have precious little time to gather your wits. Your kind is always so preoccupied with what lies ahead, and so we muddle your vision with fog and glamour. But such trickery is easy to see through. Stand very, very still. Think not of where you need to go, but where you are right now at this moment. At this time, in this place.
Well, I'm still here. So it's a start, I guess.
Our cairn of crystal. From shadowed hood he watched you go, his ruby eyes with warmth aglow. See yourself as he saw you, and that shall be the clearest clue. You stand in his garden, dear sapling. Ask his flowers what they know, and you will surely find an answer. But what will you do with it, I wonder? I'll be watching and waiting. Waiting and watching.
Well, I think our little guy knows what to do. Ow. Besides that.
Oh, I did not expect to see you on your feet so soon. Surely you have not come in search of an Amaro.
I wanted to learn about the Crystal Exarch.
What do I know of the Crystal Exarch? I'm happy to share, but I fear there will be no surprising revelations. As any in the city could tell you, he is a man of wisdom and compassion of many untold secrets. But none can doubt his generosity. When the Crystarium was being constructed, he even allowed folks to plunder the tower for resources. He has imposed no restrictions upon us but one. No one except the Exarch is permitted to dwell within the spire. Many seasons past, a comrade of mine was bold enough to ask the reason why. The Exarch merely smiled and said,
Because one day the Crystal Tower may vanish as suddenly as it appeared. Arrived.
Don't know if that gives us any clues. Alright. To the Amara launch. Hey, Cassard. Tell me about the Exarch.
Throat, it's good to see you awake and alert, my friend. What's this about? You're not writing the Exarch's memoirs, are you? I'm not sure how much I can tell you, considering we avoid asking too many questions, unspoken rule and all that. If anyone has fresh insights to share, then it'd be Captain Lena, I'd say. She lost her parents to an eater attack not long after she was born, and the Exarch saw to her bringing. Outward appearances aside, those two are like grandfather and granddaughter. I imagine the news of this predicament hit her doubly hard. Not that our proud captain would ever let it show. If you do decide to talk to Lena, she'll be at our usual spot at the Assessor Gate. Gonna keep that one in my back pocket. And last location. Wait, really? Oh, right. Up the stairs. Oh, was there something else you needed? You've come for the results of my research into this persistent light. I'm afraid there's little to tell us of yet.
Actually, could you tell me about the Exarch?
Records pertaining to the Exarch. Well, I need no documentation to relay what little I know of his history, if that's what interests you. Less than a decade had passed since the coming of the Flood when the Crystal Tower first flashed into existence. Its summoner, the Exarch himself, became known to the refugees in Lakeland soon and thereafter. He welcomed all who sought out the spire, be they locals who had lost their homes or Verbertites fleeing their ruined kingdom, and together did they found the city which would become the Crystarium. Some thought to call him king, for he refused to share his name, but the summoner did not deem himself worthy of royal address. Thus did the people consider his scintillating skin so like to the tower that he had summoned that it bestowed upon him the title of Crystal Exarch. As for his true name, well, it would seem that is a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. We know his name. We know who he is. But now, we're heading back to the gate. That is the wrong exit. This is the right exit. All right, let's head this way. Excuse me. you holding up, Lena?
Throat, I was not told you had awoken. A welcome surprise. Now, if only the Exarch was returned to us. He was taken by this rival of yours, was he not? Your companions mentioned they had an idea of where to find him. And so I bristled when they asked for patience. I did not understand their hesitation until I saw you had fallen. Only then did I realize I had no business rushing ahead. Even so, the delay has been no less agonizing. In the moments before he left to join you in Colusia, the Exarch entrusted me with a key. It opens a door in the ocular to a chamber known as the umbilicus. This room is the heart of the tower, into which only the Exarch himself is permitted to enter. He even bid me allow none into the tower once he had departed. Only in the event that an army of eaters descended upon the city was I to access the umbilicus and awaken the defensive barrier. Never before had he left me with such instructions, but the battle with all three loomed near, and at the time I accepted the key without much thought. Since then, however, that moment is all that occupies my mind. When I recall that look upon his face, he knew that some terrible fate awaited him. Tell me, Throat, I need to know what he feared. What battle you and your companions are truly fighting. I'm afraid it's not my spot to tell you. Forgive me. I trust in the Exarch, and I should not be voicing these doubts even when he is not here to respond to them personally. But you have come to me with a question of your own, have you not?
What do you really know about the Exarch?
I see I'm not the only one who burns for answers. The time has come to open the tower's heart. Though we do not face an invasion of eaters, I suspect the city will be in far more danger if you do not gain the knowledge you seek. Well, hand me the key, and I'm gonna hand me the key so I can see what's really in there. Come, meet me in the ocular, and I will unlock the door within. Into the ocular we go. Doing this so I can get a little bit closer. Only to go the exact opposite direction at first. Alright, Gatekeep, I know the Exarch isn't in there, but I'm going in with Lena.
I have unlocked the door to the umbilicus. You are free to enter. Once you have what you require, I'll see it sealed once more. Until then, I will remain without.
Oh, wow. A bunch of books. It's like a terminal of some kind. The Exarch was a nerd. Oh god, not again. Friggin' heartburn.
A moment to collect my thoughts, I prithee. Thy true name is Grahatia, then. By thy claims, thou too art a native of the Source, though from an age beyond our own, when the 8th umbral calamity hath visited devastation upon our star. Thou hast, by subtle means, reached across the boundaries of time and space to unsow the seeds of catastrophe, ere its creeping vines drag our champion unto an early grave.
In essence, yes. A difficult story to swallow, I am sure.
I doubt not the veracity of thy words, not the account of thy coming, nor that of the fated calamity. Yet my mind straineth still to apprehend the enormity of this tale. Wouldst thou favor me with a gradual unfolding of its chapters?
Certainly. But where to begin? I should start with those great minds who survived the calamity. Sid Garland being perhaps the greatest. In hopes of staying the unending tides of war, he and his fellows pursued all manner of possible solutions. One of these was rooted in a theory which unified several fundamental principles discovered over the course of the Warrior of Light's adventures. It proposed a method by which one could enter the River of Time, traverse the rift, and leap between worlds. Perfecting that idea, however, was a work which consumed their lifetimes. And thus was it left to future generations to decide whether theory would be put into practice. But all the while, the world continued to burn. Hope was a feeble outpost, beset on all sides by thievery and misery and murder. People cried out in despair, "There is no hope! We are finished! Mankind is finished!" Then others raised their voices in answer. Though we be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. We will forge a crossroads and pave the way for a different future. By the wisdom of our forebears, we will prevent this calamity from ever having come to pass. The fighting went on unabated, but some few took up Sid's research and labored to realize those impossible ideas. After 2 centuries of labor, their descendants finally succeeded in awakening the Crystal Tower, an integral part of the process, and, in doing so, roused its caretaker, me. By this stage, scholars had largely established the phenomena underpinning the rejoining, and identified the first as the shard which precipitated the 8th umbral calamity. This grand structure was already capable of storing the energies required to attempt the translocation. All that remained was to augment some few of its functions based upon the theoretical models of Sid and his compeers.
And by means of such technologies didst thou effect thine arrival in the first, to an age before this star had joined with the Source.
Some while before, as it turned out. 'Tis all but impossible to predict how time will flow between one world and the next, and we missed our mark by almost an entire century. But this only worked in our favor. The Sin Eaters could not be defeated without the blessing of light, and summoning the only man who might stand a chance against them would require decades of preparation.
An undertaking of scarce credible endurance. That thou hast kept thy plan from falling into disarray these many years bordereth on the miraculous. Yet howsoever history be rewritten, thy present self was shaped by events which followed the calamity. Should said catastrophe be averted, the very skein of thine existence will unravel. Surely thou hast foreseen this.
I am aware of the consequences. 'Tis for that very reason Cid and his colleagues bequeathed their legacy as an offering, and not an edict. To give all of oneself for the happiness of others, and with no promise of reward. 'Tis a hard thing to ask. Harder still for those condemned to survive in a world which pitted brother against brother. Indeed, you are right to call the execution of this plan miraculous, though the force which held it together was nothing so inexplicable. It was him. The warrior of light has been our unbroken thread. Where others would stumble and fall, he would rise above. Where others would break and run, he would carry on. The Warrior of Light's tale is one of unyielding bravery. To tell it was to feel courage. To hear it was to feel hope. It was a breath of inspiration in an age of suffocating shadow. In the histories of a fallen nation was our hero hailed as its greatest ally. In the time-worn pages of a noble's memoirs were his deeds joyously retold.
Heaven's word.
For many, these stories were the flame which warmed them through the coldest of nights. And so it should come as little surprise that the plan found no shortage of volunteers, concerning as it did the Warrior of Light himself. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. He was the lodestar that brought them all together, to send their final message back through time and space, to him. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again, and live. I am merely the bearer of that wish, come to ensure it is safely delivered.
Wherefore sharest thou this burden with me and no other? What wouldst thou have me say?
That you will be my accomplice? 'Twas you yourself who convinced me of your suitability when you spoke of how you learned of the Flood, and of your part in arranging Minfilia's journey to the First. Your actions showed uncommon resolve. 'Twas clear you were committed to the cause of saving this world. I knew I could trust you to choose the right path forward, even if that choice came with a heavy price.
Damn it, Urianger, why are you so good at keeping secrets?
What price?
When all is said and done, and the last of the Light Wardens lies slain, I will absorb their corrupted ether, and then I will die. Knowing what I know of your companions, not to mention your champion, they will try to stop me, but in saving one, they would save none. Therefore, I implore you to aid me in concealing my identity, and ensuring this tale ends as it must. To this end, I would have you take what I have told you of the Calamity, and make of it a portent. A prophetic vision you beheld in the swirling chaos of the Rift.
Is this truly thy wish?
History remembered the Warrior of Light, as I knew it would. And I will suffer no other to rescue the champion whose star has charted my course. I will see this tale to a happy end, my friend. There has been enough tragedy.
Damn it, Urianger. Next time I see you, I'm slapping you in the face.
Careful now. If you lose control again, the light could claim you for good. Although it's probably only a matter of time before you succumb to the change in any case. What do you mean to do?
I mean to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch.
Then we should be on our way. Dacian mentioned the Tempest, did he not? That's the stormy seas around Calusia to you. His lair must be down there somewhere, hidden beneath the waves.
Well, everything about the Eighth Umbral Calamity was true. The only false part was, Urianger and Graha scheming to get me to absorb light and then almost turn into a friggin' light bulb.
Did you find the answers you sought? If there's nothing more you need, I will go and lock the door.
I have questions about the Tempest.
The Tempest? That is the name given to the seas by which Calusia is bound. If you make a request to the Tamers, they will provide you with an Amara to fly out over the waters, but...
I intend to go in there.
Do you mean to leave right this moment, alone?
Oh, hold on.
I'm not sure that... Nay, I will not seek to stop you. Go with the blessings of the Shadow, and I shall wait your safe return.
I was really hoping that I could go with the Scions. But seeing as they're still out, I think I'm just gonna sneak away.
One Amara to the Tempest, please.
The open water to the depths of the Tempest! Our Amara can swim, yes, but to reach the ocean floor...
What do you mean they can't breathe under water indefinitely? Hell, I can do that.
Oh, camera.
Oh god! Don't worry, it's just something I ate.
Ah, we have found thee. Word reached us of thy recovery, and thus did we gather with all haste. Ah. By thy looks, I gather thou hast gleaned that which I came to tell thee.
How many tongue lashings did you get?
Urianger has shared everything with us. The Exarch's true identity and purpose.
I offer no excuses. When I agreed to aid the Exarch with his plans, 'twas in full acceptance of the condemnation I would face when my duplicity was laid bare. Yet it is not rancor, but resolve that I sense in thee. Thou art fully intent upon walking thy path to its end, art thou not? If thou canst forgive my deception, or, failing that, set aside thy displeasure for a time, I do beg leave to follow thee. What strength and wisdom I possess are thine to command.
I forgive you. Let's go.
I thank thee. Doubt not but that I will do all in my power to repay thy kindness and fulfill the Exarch's wishes.
I'm sorry, but I don't think this is a good idea. Leaving the Crystarium, I mean, with or without Urianger. What I did for you won't last forever. There's no telling when the light will break free again.
Well, then we better get to it fast.
Please, you must stay here. At least for a little while longer. We will find a way to cure this, I promise you.
How can you make promises? We don't even know where to start.
Alisaie, please. You know Reen was only trying to help.
Of course I know! I know only too well! But making promises you have no way of keeping is not a kindness. It's a lie. Plain and simple. We've all searched high and low for an answer, and every one of us came back empty-handed. I am not about to stand in his way now. Not after failing him in his hour of need. No! The least we can do is...
We will go with you as well. There is naught to be gained by standing still.
Indeed, we have exhausted every other avenue. Lead, and we shall follow. If there is any hope to be found, then we will surely find it at your side.
Are we all in agreement then?
Is there aught we can do to help?
Thought I
Though
heard
we may
something
not know
outside.
the whole story,
It's weird.
we do know you're in for a fight. And while the Exarch's away, it falls to the rest of us to see the Warrior of Darkness is given a proper send-off.
You told them!
No. Well, not in so many words.
Aye, we didn't need it spelled out for us. When the night sky appeared over whichever place you went to, it was harder not to put two and two together.
From the moment I heard that you and the Exarch shared the homeland, I had my suspicions. Long had he been waiting for a certain someone to arrive, and I knew at once that it must be you.
Exactly. When he went up to meet you, it was clear it was no ordinary visitor. That spring in his step spoke volumes. I could feel his excitement.
Me too! That's right!
It's hard to keep a secret nowadays, isn't it? Urianger.
We do not fully understand where you or the Exarch hail from, or why you've all done so much to protect us. But we are deeply grateful nonetheless. So, if there is anything at all we might do to aid your journey, you need only name it. What would you have of us?
I want a meal.
You might have invited them to join us, where there are not so many. But come, they are waiting. What is your will, O Warrior of Darkness?
Well, leave it to us. We'll see the Exarch home safe and sound.
Alright, well, you heard him. Thou didst plan to commandeer an Amaro for thy journey to the open sea. I fear the following dive down unto Emmett Silk's underwater abode would drain even thy legendary stamina. Thus, during thy convalescence, we considered the most efficacious method for reaching the depths of the Tempest, and I believe we have arrived at an elegant solution. Yet ere we discuss this step, I suggest thou dost conclude such pressing business as remains to thee in the Crystarium. Once doth the sea closeth above our heads, we are unlikely to surface again until our grand deed is done. So basically, path of no return. And this probably would have been a good idea at this point to take care of your role quest. Oysters on the half shell. Fish power.
Thine affairs are in order. Then I shall unfold to thee my proposal. Our destination is the ocean floor, yet our goal is not simply to arrive there. Nay, we must needs have the means to breathe and fight freely. Thus I would petition the aid of one of the Fae, a being with whom I have yet to meet face to face. Rather than waste words on explanation, I bid thee follow me unto the hamlet of Sullen, which lieth to the south and west. All will become abundantly clear, I promise thee.
Well, I got no other ideas. I'm probably gonna burst into a bunch of light if I spend too long swimming. So yeah, let's head for this little hamlet. Besides, the quests are still level 79. I've discovered all of, I've discovered all of this area. Maybe I should have had a fan on. Feeling a little overheated. There, to the west, canst thou discern the hump of an isle rising above the water? That foliage-covered mass beneath the hideth the key to our safe descent. Swim close and plungeth thee beneath the surface, thou shalt soon divine the reason for mine insistence. Though it be much to my shame, I can but flail and flounder where thou mayest glide as a fish. I shall board a boat to the island and spare one and all the spectacle of mine inept strokes. Okay. I wanted to see you flop around like a fish, though. It's the least you could do for being so damn deceptive again. Oops. Biscuits suspect rock formations beneath the surface of the water. This is a fish. What the hell? Really? Too far away? Oh god, okay. Yep. I was too far away. Curved slabs of rock seem squeezed together here, giving the impression of giant stone eyelids. Yeah, I wonder why. Couldn't be that this is actually a fish. Oh, wait. Gotta go this way. Though it appears solid enough, the rock yields slightly under your touch. Was the surface gently shifting, or was that just your imagination? Ah, there you are. Once you've completed your underwater investigations, the path here leads to the top of the island. Cool. This is a very strange island, don't you think? Even seeing it up close, I'm still not sure what's so special about this island. Well, what hast thou discerned? It's just like the big one. Yes, yes. Reminds me of a certain primal. Most perceptive. According to the lore of the Pixies, we are even now perched upon the back of an ancient Fey entity. Its name is Bismarck, the self-same title by which we know the great feathered whale, revered by the Vanu Vanu of the source. I would enlist its aid to bear us unto the deep, and thence banish the water with an airy sphere, alike in form to the domes which do shelter the hamlets neath the ruby sea. Within its compass we may move unencumbered, and defend ourselves when the hour of battle cometh, as it most surely shall. Now I must needs ask for silence whilst I make my supplication. Alright, floor is yours then.
Wir Sach, Bilan Bismail. Fallen si lor wislan. Ada si alinal.
Van urs atslir. Olfod thim. Iri guath thi.
Oh dear. I don't need to speak Fey to know that didn't go well.
I know what to do! Oh, my little sapling! Oh, my little branch, I need you so badly.
Oh, my snake yak! You've learned to call me at last! And where do you go? On a trip? A journey? I knew you wouldn't give up without a fight. Oh, my precious mortal, I shall help you in any way I can.
Hey, can you convince Bismarck to let us go underwater?
Yes, Bismail when picked. Van dromi drom yakum. Van red rithye.
Una. Sahawin Wilsk. Isne Rim. Sur Vierlo.
Be sure to scrub this one's teeth for him upon your return. He's only got manners.
It will be done, Your Majesty. Our deepest thanks for your timely intervention.
An agreement is reached and your departure is at hand. You wingless ones best hold on tight.
Why would we need to hold on to...
May the
Wait, what?
blessings of the Fae keep you safe, Inba.
Wait, what's... Oh, crap.
Lo fallo ruis. Van in narsitar.
Please let there be some holding bars. I'm a little potato. I would get swept up easily. Oh god, it can fly as well.
And just like that, it's all gone back to the way it was.
What was you expecting? 100 years of honey and rainbows? Seeing them Yulmore types wake up and smell the ashes was miracle enough for me.
Ah, but the magic in the air when that ladder started moving. And when that great hulking Talos rose up. Gods. I could live 1,000 years and never behold anything so amazing.
Yeah, about that.
What the? Do you see that?
What a monster! Where did it even come from?
You guys might want to run.
Whoa there! It's not stopping. Run! Run!
Vanana Anna Tilden Sidok Iri Halmsi Funne Aktva von Jasni.
Yeah, whatever. Guys, I just had the most amazing dream. I dreamt that we were on a flying whale and it took us underwater.
Wow.
Oh, we actually are underwater. I can never tell what's a dream and what's reality anymore.
The breath of Bismarck. See how it swells to form a dome beneath the waves? The waters recede. The tempest's floor is laid bare. In defiance of the blinding sky, this place holds fast to its gloom. The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
Welcome to the Tempest. This place is gonna become even more amazing. Also, Aether Compass! Ooh. A new zone means new ether currents to get. Ha, ha. Ooh. Full glad am I that Bismarck was true to his word. We are arrived in the Tempest safe and dry. 'Tis here that we shall find the lair of Emitselk, and I believe the imprisoned Exarch as well. For an Ascian alone, it is of course a trifling matter to flee unto the rift. Yet I suspect such travel is nigh impossible with a mortal in one's custody. Nay, he would not soon risk his prize when the Exarch's very bloody body serveth the key to the Crystal Tower and its powers of temporal transportation. Thus am I all but certain that his underwater realm harboreth our friend and enemy both. We have but to find them. Alright. In the event that you leave the area, speak with Enual in the Vermont Yards and Calusia to return to the Tempest. Oh, okay. Now, as for where we should be looking, I rather doubt Emitselk will be sitting around in the open. I propose we follow the slope downwards to toward the deeper trenches and keep an eye out for rock formations large enough to house a stronghold.
Okay.
Let's be off then, but watch your footing. The ground is wet and like to be slippery. Feels weird to be walking on the ocean floor, honestly. Alright, well, there's one ether current. Etherite. Thought there'd be a second one. Oh, whatever. There it is! Wow, that was easy. Alright, where's the second one? 369 to the southwest. Ooh, perfect. Oh god. Well, I don't want that. The arrow on the map is telling me to go one way. I'm just gonna go to the other direction toward this ether current. Then I'll worry about the other two later. $150 to the west. The Norvrandt slope. $64 to the north. There it is. $373 to the southeast. Something tells me maybe I should attune to the etherite before I start finding any more of these. 250 to the east. Oh god, that is a coral bridge. Oh god, this place. Oh, that's a long way down. $137 to the east. Oh, good. It's actually not far away. Yeah, I'm finding 4 of them again, but 74 to the north. Is it underground? Yeah, it's gotta be underground. All right, I'll deal with that later then. Yeah, it's probably underground then. Probably standing close to somewhere above it then. An Ondo youth. They're probably not used to seeing people on the ocean. I don't blame them. I'm not used to seeing people anywhere. Alright, well, let's attune to the Aetheryte for starters. Because this will help us get back here a little bit easier if we need to leave or something.
Sorry about that, hi.
The foolish ones! They followed me! Why have you come? Was it you who took away our water? Oh god, there are more of you!
Ah, so this is where the Ondo make their home. I had wondered. Pray forgive us any inconvenience we have caused. We were not aware that your people lived here in the Tempest. Very inconsiderate of you, Alphino. How dare you? We need this great dome of air that we might conduct a most urgent search, and I thus beg for your understanding.
Chieftain, what are we to do?
Aye.
Are you emissaries of the Ancient Ones? The mysteries have stirred. We have seen the illuminated land shining through the gloom of the abyss. If you are the emissaries, the chosen, I bid you welcome. If you are not, I bid you leave.
I am not sure I understand. Would you be willing to elaborate? Would seem not. I suggest we withdraw for the moment. I see. So what's the plan? Given your condition, I'm reluctant to suggest lingering here. That said, our presently meandering search would proceed far more swiftly if we call upon the Ondo's local knowledge. Yes, I'd like to know more about this illuminated land the chieftain spoke of. Could it be it could be Emmett's stronghold, do you suppose? Perhaps he lit the lanterns upon his return? We cannot dismiss the possibility, but if these Ondo refuse to speak with us... Throat, do you remember my first scheme for entering Yulmore? How I had planned to ingratiate myself by offering lucrative trading opportunities with the Ondo? The individual I dealt with was reticent in manner and curious in custom, but we were able to reach an agreement nonetheless. I believe that with the right approach, we can build a similar relationship here. What kind of approach did you have in mind? Chieftain Fellow didn't leave us many options. If we are to tread the swiftest course, then we must needs locate its beginning. 'Tis plain our all too dramatic arrival hath thrown this settlement into confusion. If we were to solve such problems as we had caused, and assure our hosts that thereby our purpose is not inimical to them, they may yet prove amenable to reason. I smell chores, but very well, if it can be done quickly. What do you think? I've nothing better to offer, but I do worry what will happen if the Ondo's tales end up leading us to a dead end.
Yeah, we don't really have much of a choice.
I cannot say for certain, but I sense this tribe has a deeper connection to the Ascians than first meets the eye. It warrants further investigation, thus I cast my vote in favor of aiding the settlement for the time being.
Let's do what we do best then.
Then it's settled. Stola, pray proceed with your investigations. The rest of us will see about fostering some goodwill. Alright, so shall we start then? Well, learn anything yet? Throat, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is Pasha Sowan, a very fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Yulmore.
I waited and you did not come. Then the Mishtal came, but his visits did not continue.
I am truly sorry, Pasha Sowan. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there all we can do for you by way of an apology?
Perhaps. Where the dry return, a cavern to the north, is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are swifter swimmers. But now there is no water. We run and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them. Too many!
Ah, I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you, Throat? If you've not found a task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate the company, where the dry return is a rather ominous ring to it. Well, if I could kill crabs, then that's good. Let me locate the next ether current. I have a feeling I'll be able to get to it now. Which direction do I go, though? You know what? I'll worry about it later. Alright. I'm gonna try going this way. This is a dead end. I guess just exit where I came in. That's the only way I can go. Oh, wait. Oh, maybe that's how I can get to the ether current. Oh well, I'll worry about it later. Alright, so I do need to go up there. I don't need to take an underground path or anything. Oh god. Well, I was gonna change jobs so I could give some experience to another job, but whatever. Oh good, I'm able to do that now. Alright, you're up, warrior. I see. I can still fulfill the duties as this job. Wait. Dead. Oh, you were the one that I stunned before. Oh god, don't want to do that. Alright, that's 2. I've got a chain going. I can do this as well. I missed with a fell cleave. That is unforgivable. They're 2 levels higher than me, and I'm still kicking their asses. We are. I did not expect an opportunity to gain some more, extra experience during this quest. Oh, that's good then. Alright, back to Pasha's Own. Oh, I do have another opportunity to get some experience by going this way. Alright. Besides, I've got some gear waiting for me when I level up. Oh yeah, I can also put on the boots of scouting I got in the last dungeon. Definitely don't want to get in the way of that. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Not interested. I'm curious about something. Why are the only ether currents in Oz's Law just quests? I'm wondering. Was it always like that? Ow. Oh god, even as a ninja, a fall that far almost kills you.
You can crack their shells. You must be stronger than you look.
I see you've reached your quota first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. You're a healer and I'm a DPS/tank / better healer. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number.
My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward.
Nay, Pasha-son, this was to be part of my apology, do you remember? Besides which, the lack of water is our doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people.
Very well. Before the flood came, it is said our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor.
Oh.
Strange buildings they were, and long ere they stood under the water, yet somehow they've been spared the scars of time and current. These structures provided a shelter for my people, protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and the predators which hunt them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as their caretakers of eternal sanctuary until such a time as they returned. Thus it is judged by your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' designs. You will find warm welcome here.
A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance or otherwise of our arrival be decided?
The ancients have blessed us with protection of prosperity. If your presence deserves to being as the same, there will be no doubt in the matter.
Then it would seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, Pasha-son, and will continue to do all we can to assist your people. Should you desire help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We shall return to the task at hand, only do not try to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain.
Ah, please, I could do this stuff in my sleep.
Oh my, so many quests popped up. Cool. But first, I want to see if I have enough gemstones to be able to get the riding map for the area. Do not. I need 11 more? Damn. I might actually go on ahead and do a quest then. I might go on ahead and do a couple of fates then. Or one. I think one's all I need, actually. Alright, don't care. Just give me an ether current for doing something for you. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. And I can do this one with any job that is level 70 or higher because it scales. So warrior is gonna be bearing the brunt of this. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Gestures to the nearby debris, entreating you to inspect them closely, and offer up a detailed explanation. Okay. Remnants of several of several shattered bottles of wine. Intoxicating spirits. And this is a steering wheel. Oops. I was not clicked on the game. Car from wood. It's used as fashion. You wear it on your head. No. Wonder what would happen if I had actually said that. Alright, well, what have you concluded? Oh, don't know, don't care. Oh, God. Okay, that thing is terrifying. Ah, you're over here. Okay, whatever. Okay, it's just outside. It's not too far. Oh. Well, I think I figured out how to get down there. Thank you. I might do something stupid here in a second. Or, you know, I could just take the safe path down. Oh, God. I nearly genuinely, fell on accident. Okay, good. Aha! I knew this one was underground. Oh, good. The Nopolis knoweth. It knoweth to stay the hell away from me. Alright, where's our mystery last one? That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, so I don't have to dodge enemies and go through a winding path or anything like that. I'm just gonna teleport back. Okay. Alright, that's 3 of the 4 on the map. I just have to get the rest through quests after that. Alright, yeah. I don't see any others, so let's go on ahead and... Actually... Yeah, I don't see any others. Let's go on ahead and talk to Y'shtola. Ah, Throat, have you learned aught of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come! Did anything that we do at any point in the MSQ constitute as dinner in a movie? Because if so, then, yeah, sure, I'll come. You know what I mean? Splash, splash, splash. Now, there are 2 tests I would have you perform. First requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement, and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings off from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Okay. Let us survey. first, I gotta check something. Oh, it's got a sad face. The Cylinid larva floats aimlessly, a forlorn look on its face. It seems harmless enough. Oh, I want to give it a hug. A distinctive window. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you've seen nowhere else. I want to give that thing a hug. It was adorable. Alright, remnant wall. Let's take a knife and, why the hell does she have a knife? You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone.
Yeah, I couldn't remove anything. Sorry.
And what have you discovered?
Yeah, windows are weird.
Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your side and mine. And you say you could not so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade.
I'd be chopping off one of my fingers otherwise.
Throat. Everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings I had you investigate are prime examples. They may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties, blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Concrete! Even the Ronkin Empire, once the greatest power in Norvrandt, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. These are concrete buildings, then. But if not the Ronkins, then who are these ancients the Ondo claim as the architects of their sanctuary? I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emet-Selch withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere where mere mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here specifically? Emet-Selch is devoted to his role, and thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the Ascian agenda. Or mayhap, 'tis a place more dear to him than any other. Are you saying this place was built by ancient Ascians? That is my theory, that these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a star that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the secession of the umbral calamities, but here in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. Copy of the mural in the Katana Ravel. Almid presented it to me during my visit to Fanau after our first victory in Calusia. Here in the first scene, by Emet-Selch's own words, depicts the city of Eon's past and the disaster which befell it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have just inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Let us search the surrounds for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than sand and more sand lies to the east and south, held no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. Well then. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. So we actually have to reference the picture. And it's going to be somewhere in the northwest of us. Alright, well. Let's see if we can find one such place. Let's go around that. Oh, wait. I can just jump here. There we go. Huh. Well, this looks interesting. Let's see if I can get up there. Oh, maybe. Yeah, here we go. Ah. It's not, okay.
Aye, this is the mural writ large.
Though I cannot guess at its purpose, it must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here in the city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring, of a land illuminated. Judging by his words, he believes this phenomenon related to the ancients' return. Thus we can surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reed put it, than Emmett Silk himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there.
You want to see if we can light this thing up? I'm not a black mage, so I wouldn't be able to do that, but you have access to powerful fire spells.
But if we are to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Pasha Owen again and ask if there's aught else he is willing to divulge. Alright. It doesn't look like any new quests popped up. Oh, wait a minute. If you just hold control on the keyboard, you can get the Aetheryte icon to pop up above all the other icons. Very useful.
Ah, Flinoth, friend. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted.
Anything you want to... anything else we can do?
Have you been to the Wells of the Forgotten?
I think I've just come from them.
The remnants to the northwest, yes? You visited them unbidden. Psh! Could it be that your footsteps were guided by the ancients?
But you stole.
I believe it may be so. Listen then, I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a Finnish craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It's concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is
Grinold! You'll find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Well! I know what to do! To the south, you say? Well, I think I'm gonna go that way. Oh ho ho! I think after I finish this quest, I'm gonna be at level 80 on my ninja. A workbench. Grenhold. Ah. Here he is. Oh, that's just great, that is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Reinhold, someone's come to visit me at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or it might be as your ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade, feast yourself on me rotten soul. Got no use for it. A craftsman what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a dome and hammer. That's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Reinhold appears to be suffering from a crushing bout of self-doubt. Maybe you can help psych him up. Yeah, you wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what you expect from a servant of the netherworld. Oh my god, when'd you grow hair? Oh. Oh. You are the first version of this guy. Has it really come to this? What's that supposed to mean? Not impressed with what you see, lad. Aye, well, I may have let myself go a bit. This was meant to be me underwater sanctuary. Place where I could concentrate on me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet here we stand. So what's so damned important that you dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me?
We need a lantern.
Oh, the Ondo's lamp. God's curse me, empty head. I've not so much as made a start. I'm worthless than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleeding artisan. You've had their beliefs, have ye? Bringing the light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with a pivotal ritual, tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't bloody well. Ah, me mind's a bleeding blank. It's life I pissed away me last drop of inspiration. Tell me you've got something to show me. Something that'll give me a muse a right good kick up the arse. Yondo want to honor the coming of the ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the sparkle life caught in a crystal. Just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean?
Seems oddly specific. Your thoughts turned to Lamet and the crystal you discovered at the end of her journey. Maybe Grenhold could find inspiration in that. This is where you would figure out that you would need to take care of one of the role quest lines. And you just need to do one of them. Show Grenhold a crystal which once belonged to one of Ardbert's companions. Yes. What about this?
What's that you got there? Such striking beauty. It shines with the heartache and laughter of the transience of life, like a turmoil of history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. Ah, you'd never capture such a gleam, not if ye labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools, goddams ye? I must set to work before the feeling fades.
Level 80. And our first level 80 quest. Ooh. I got a new thing. Grants 5 stacks of Bunshin, each stack allowing your shadow to attack enemies. Oh, I get a mirror image. Shadow attack potency varies based on the attacks executed, but it's not affected by combo bonuses. Ah. Okay. And it costs Ninki to activate. Oh. Well. Which button do I put you on, though? I haven't been using True North. Okay. And now I'm getting the experience. Now I'm getting crap all for experience. I can feel it. A vision's forming in me mind. Step aside, lad, and let me itching hands get to work.
Come on, rogue.
8. Ah, high quality. And done. I've taken the wonders of that crystal it showed me and channeled them into a new shape what benefits the Ondo's spiritual character. Oh. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. Not a bad job, my ass. That's one of the most impressive things I've seen you make in an instant. And to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I went across the length and breadth of Norvrandt and gobbled up every scrap of crafting wisdom I could find. No matter what technique I tried, me work was just no comparison. Couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. Mystery for the ages, that's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, then lost me bleeding Willowcraft. Thank the gods for that crystal of yours, or I might never have gotten it back. Won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speaks directly to your heart. I still feel them coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance and I reckon I could weave the Crystal Saga into other things as well. But bugging me, I'd almost forgotten the Ondo's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to Tol Shan Oth for me, I'll stay here and dream up new armaments for you to try. Hey. Who's ready for some level 80 armor? Come available for collection based on the role quests you have completed. Ah. Oh! In order... Oh! Didn't know that did ones for Sage and Reaper. Try on? Oh no, you can't dye them! Poop. I can take them for the stats, though. Well, I'm not going to be able to get the DPS version because I haven't done that one yet. It's based on the role quests you complete. So I can only get the healing. I can only get ones for healer. In this case, I can only get them for Sage. Well, let's see. Orcos. I might just actually keep this one as is. Boop. Hold on a second. Oh, it doesn't look any different. Do that. I don't want any boosted experience. Boots. You. So I think this just looks the same as the level 80 as the intro gear that you get. Alright, well, let's teleport to the let's teleport over here first. I'm gonna change up the glamour to what I had on before, and then I'm gonna go on ahead and, Oh. Did not mean to do that. There we go. Get the glamour plate back on. Update. Alright, this is my most geared job. Sadly. Alright. Well, I got nothing for ninja then, except the gear that I have in here waiting for me. Oh, good. I can actually have new rings on. Boop. And, oh. That's also there. And these. And get this glamour plate on. Apply. Update gear set. Okay. Hey, I got the lamp.
The sacred lamp! Then the Finless one has kept his promise! My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cops, and now you've come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients.
Oh, you're the chieftain. Ah, yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak again once your prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends?
Thought you were always... Missed that part, did you?
I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal?
Oh, I was hunting a sin eater that looked like Lamet.
Then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them.
Apparently you were, oblivious to how she felt about you.
I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Indeed they did.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
I'm alright. I can still see I'm a light bulb though.
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious.
Oops. Sorry.
The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes. Impossibly so.
Hand off the mouse.
We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Definitely nicer than the
Shall we?
Sahagan on the source. Alright. The
chieftain has bid me guide you to the steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downwards. Follow the path of coral or rock and join your comrades below. Bye-bye.
Alright, so I guess I go this way. Alright, before I go any further, I'm actually gonna get up and use the restroom, so I will be right back. I'm gonna pause the recording as well. I'm also gonna mute the mic. I have returned. Alright. I also gotta refill my drink. Alright, so let me go on ahead and unpause my recording. There we go. I was gone for about 4 minutes. Okay, not bad. Alright, let's get going. Shortcut. One that won't really hurt me too much because I can just I take less fall damage than usual. Oh god. Well, I think I'm gonna have to take this one out. Alright, let me get this ability to try. Hold on a second. Okay.
All are gathered, yes?
All are gathered, yes, then I shall describe the path you must take. Enter the cavern beyond and follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest, then continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand towards it. We have made it so.
A most distinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Right, deeper into the depths we go.
Alright. Well, deeper and deeper we go. Ooh, wow. That's a long way down. I'm wondering if there are any enemies I'm going to pull aggro from, because I'm going to do something incredibly stupid. And all around just very reckless. Oh, wait a minute. Haha! I remembered I could do that without taking damage. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet 'twould seem these twisting tunnels defy such simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. Okay, well. They ain't getting any help from me. Poof. The rocks drop off sharply here, but I think this coral thick enough to serve as a bridge. That better be. Hey, look, it's an invisible. Oh God, why is it making that sound when I run across it? I don't like it. Well, if I'm to keep discovering more, well, pretty good opportunity to give Warrior a little bit more. Ah, Throat, you have a choice of two routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks, or skip along this coral branch as Alice has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Ahem. And what's this? Oh, I can go across a ship. I'll take the long way around. Actually, I don't think it matters which way I take. I think I'm just gonna stick to taking this way. Bing. Oh god. Well, you ruined the vibe. Aha! Now I won't miss. I hope. There we go. Oh, good. Invisible wall. Okay. Well, how you feeling?
Phew, not to it. Alice has already gone on ahead. We should catch up to her.
Can I get up this way? Oh, dang it. I cannot. Ooh, there's a thing going on here. Ah! This will allow me to get some more gems, so I can get a riding map. There we go. There we are. That should do it. Yay! Oh, wait. I actually think I got enough for the map. I did! Hell yeah. Alright, cool. Well, that was fun. Got a good chunk of experience for it. Alright.
There you are. Come on, I think I found the tunnel we were looking for.
Oh, okay, that's my chocobo. Oh. Alright. Ah, that must be the barrier.
4 fathom 5, thy father lies.
Of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange.
Yeah, this must be the barrier.
Must be the barrier the Ondos spoke of.
Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth road our ancestors cut through the wilderness.
It was a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Throat, I elect you to do the honors.
Okay. Lolly ho!
Oh, not that type of raising hand.
Ah!
Gone, just like that. I suppose we should head in.
Yeah!
Look, it's not. This tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? Alright. Alright. I'll be right back real quick. Be back in just a second. I have returned again. Hello. Unpause recording from my side, and let's go. Urchin fish. Urchin fish. So many urchin fish. Ooh, perfect! I'm actually gonna go on ahead and get these guys to all attack me. Just you and me, fishy, fishy, fishy. Bam. Nice. Anything to gain a leg up. Oh, really? Ooh. Alright. Oh, wait. Why am I being concerned? Oh, it's on cooldown. Alright, well. I'm gonna do it like this anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. I can't do it like that. Oh, I can't even go that way. Alright, well, never mind then. Back to warrior. I thought that down there was the way forward. I guess not. I was gonna do another dash zip. Screw it, I'm just going this way. Okay, that one doesn't have anyone taking care of it. So I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna ride. Proceed toward the end of the Caliban Gap. Oh, here we go.
By the gods.
Oh.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid material structures. But these... everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Welcome to Amarot. Throat, did you note the style of architecture? 'Tis the same used for the remnants at the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely. Emet-Selch has not simply reclaimed these ruins, he has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering, though it pains me to admit we did not fully understand the feats of which old world Ascian is capable. Alright, so I'm probably not going to be using any of these, so I'm just getting them for selling. The end of a world. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southwest? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Man. Oh yeah, and just like that, the other Aetheryte showed up on the map. Now, where is that Right in front of me. Alright, this is the final one for this expansion. That we find on the field, not from quests. Ah, itchy ear. No new quests popped up. That's good. Alright, that's all the ones on the field. There's gonna be more through quests. I'll be taking those as a warrior. So I want to try to get warrior up to level 80. So I can do tanking stuff for future streams. Without having to grind out to 80 too much. Discovered a new location. Imposing doors.
Look at the size of those doors. Now I know how pixies must feel.
Throat Garrote recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarot. Will you be riding the lift?
What? Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett-Zoke not invite Throat to visit his abode? 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where would this lift be taking us?
The lift services every level of Akora Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor.
Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yards of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on we, I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone.
Wouldn't dream of it.
I wish to ride the lift. As you wish. The lift will arrive shortly. Yes. Next up, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol.
Oh, wow. We're down here now. Cool. Wow, our z-axis is negative 8.4. That's impressive. Let me go on ahead and change the HUD layout. Make this one a little bit... Oh, God. Make it a bit bigger. 120%. Save. Making it a little bigger for everyone's sake. Save. Do. There we go. A little bit bigger.
It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amarot? Look, over there. Is that a person? Ah, no, my mistake. That's a giant. Doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, residents of this place may have much more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Alphino, you can't just... Ugh.
Ooh. Interesting look.
Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions?
Oh, what adorable costumes! Are you children on excursion? This district has much to teach you.
How odd! That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word.
Just as he understood us.
Which district is this exactly?
You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polylarite district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star.
Can you tell us where to find Emmett Silk?
Oh, I see. You come to marvel at the workings of the Convocation of 14. Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans.
Oh, God.
Thus, you must understand that getting an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back?
No, thank you. We will be fine.
Very well. Take care, little ones.
What was that all about?
To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selk wove them from ether, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiac, and thence Heidelin herself.
But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? The man spoke if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is here and now.
I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarot and its presidents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emmett Selk hath resurrected a memory, a moment in time before the star was sundered. Very intentional, though. So, we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited with the long-departed. An unusual situation, to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with the ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this Convocation of 14 and their impending disaster.
Right.
To mingling, then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching.
I'm not gonna say very much. Just gonna smile and nod. And ask for food gummy.
I want food gummy. That will just take us back up. Alright, so, where to go? Also, I can gather some passive experience while I'm here. There we go. Now, I'm assuming that there will be enemies around. Because I anticipate there to be just some fates in random parts of this area. Ah, Anxious Amaratine.
Goodness gracious, child, where is your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard, though yet confirmed yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon affects our star. They are calling it the final days. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair. Every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts.
Ah, itchy.
None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amarat too resounds to the discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them.
Okay, bye. Alright, where's the next one? I'm gonna go this way since it just leads to a dead end. And I won't have to go as far overall.
What a strange-looking creature that child is riding. Yes, very strange indeed.
Oh. Hall of Rhetoric. Fate Facilitator. Hello?
How may I help you, little one? Do you wish to pursue the transcripts of the great debates? Would you like to reserve a room for discussion? We are here to serve your needs.
Interesting. Just a hall for talking. Cool.
Huh. 'Twould seem the hall is the host to a most precocious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall this be the subject of our discussion, young one? Ah, the convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep the star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, or the emissary, Elidibus, each seat is occupied by an electric sage of surpassing intellect. Lawgriff, Mitron, Emetselk.
Emetselk, eh?
Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, 'twould be an unprecedented development, and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation.
Why do they just fade away? What do you got to say?
One can never be too young to take an interest in the rhetorical arts. Welcome, little one. Welcome.
I mean, I know I'm a potato, but I'm not a child. I know all potatoes look like children, but I'm not a child. I have childlike tendencies, though. There's a difference. Bureau of the Architect. An audience with Emetselk. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, you will be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan of scarce credible proportions. One which promises grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will write the laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. That was my, bad imitation of Squidward. Oh, wow. Can I only, go up the lift if I'm level 80? Because it's the symbol here is showing up red as well as this one. That's weird. Oh, whatever.
Throat, if I was not certain before, then I am now. The people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled him itself to recreate this ancient Amarot. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout the Sochan Trench. He would have a story known.
Alright, let's do that. Ah! Are the rest of them gonna... Oh. These are gonna unlock different things, I guess.
We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear.
Unless... No, it doesn't look like it.
It would seem our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magic's running rampant, and this Convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ah, Urianger, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. All the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. 'Tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Ascians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I see we arrived at the same conclusion, then. The people who lived in this age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the ether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals, mayhap, or from the very land itself.
Ah. I have an itchy eye right now. Why? Anyway.
Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding him itself. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder, though, Throat, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seems to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the bureaus as well. Worth a look, I say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Mayhap
Maybe they know something that could help cure Throat's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. Well, then Y'shtola and I will be busy ourselves with further exploration. There's surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. Alright. I noticed I don't have someone to pair up with. Okay, I guess I'm just going alone then. But there are other things I need to do first. Aha! Oh! Just a singular lightning cluster for crafting. Why the... Okay. Alright, I don't care. Just get me access to a ether current. Where are the other two? Okay. Oh, well, I'm going over to get this one. I'm gonna go on ahead and, also advance this one. Just in case I have to bash any enemies, I'm gonna stay as a ninja and I'll just turn them in as warrior. I'm already at level 80 with ninja, so I don't really care. Ah, a cutscene. Don't care. Aha. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Search for the Amaratine firebrand. Ah, I see. Okay. Debate and discourse. Okay. Appear to be engrossed in their debate, utterly deaf to you and your pleas for attention. Let's see. Oh, I see.
We'll talk later.
And before I go over there and get the, accept the third quest, I'm gonna go on ahead and continue to advance this one since it's closer. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Oh, shoot! Well, I didn't mean to get the experience for, my ninja. Oh, well. You know what? I'm at level 77. I could probably take on anything that's here easily. Even though a lot of my attacks will probably miss. I can mitigate damage, though. I'm a tank. I'm used to taking whacks to the face all the time. And you. Okay, whatever. Concept Clerk and Kindly Amaratine. Speak to the Kindly Amaratine. Speak to the Passionate One. Alright. Hurry up. There we go. Use the etheric rope on a weakened cubus. Okay. Well, let me talk to you then. Okay. Use the concept matrix outside Bureau of the Architect and play with creations. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to go that way. Well, I'm going to the left first. Okay, so I am taking care of this one first. Oh, that's what they mean by play. All right. There we go. Alright, go back here, turn this in, then head over to the third one. And once I am done with these, I will end things off today. And we will finish things up next time. There we go. That's another one down. So yeah, it seems like after I turn in the next MSQ, I'm gonna have all of the ether currents for all of Shadowbringers. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna take care of whatever I need to right here. Then I'm gonna attune to the I'm gonna turn in the next quest. I'll attune to the Aetheryte, and that's where I'll end things off. Alright, so I need to take down one of these things, eh? Using the etheric rope on a weakened cubus. Ah! Oh god. Evasion down? Well, everything's gonna hit me. Alright, wait for the next, Well, that didn't work. There we are. Got it. Want to get the pulsing glow off of me. Alright, capture Cubus. And, come on. There we go. Alright, all that's left is the one from the next MSQ, but we'll be taking care of that next time. I'm gonna attune to the Aetheryte and then end things off. And next time, if I do have enough time after I'm done with the MSQ, I may go on ahead and take care of the role quest for physical DPS. Or, better yet, I think I'll take care of the bonus ninja quest back in Eorzea that you can do when you're at level 80 and have beaten 5.0. But, yeah, let's turn this in. Or, let's attune. And then we will head inside there next time. Alright, so I went on for almost 3.5 hours. Let's go on ahead and just stop the recording for the night. And, yeah. Tomorrow there won't be a video. I've been putting all my time and energy into Final Fantasy XIV to try to finish up the MSQ. So there won't be one tomorrow. There might be one next Monday, though. I don't know yet. And, yeah. Tomorrow, we're gonna go on ahead and finish up 5.0. And, then we're gonna say farewell to Final Fantasy XIV for a couple months. For streams, anyway. I plan on doing a video on the, on completing the stage quest line, at the very least, in this, Final Fantasy stream hiatus. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow for the conclusion to 5.0. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys then. Oh, forgot to do this at the start. Doing it now. All right, that's it. Toodles.